Hello, 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 and welcome back to another live stream. How's it going, everyone? Hope you're all doing well. Happy Wednesday. I haven't loaded anything. Where is my stuff? Should open it. There it is. That's the one thing that I want to open. Is it the thing that is my game? Who knows? I don't know. Who knows? Hey, guys, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. I wanted to see something real quick. At what number is my short at? So, officially, my highest short that I've ever published on the channel is one about the GPU. Freaking 22,000 views on that short on YouTube, which is insane. The only thing more insane than that is the same one on TikTok at 84,000 in the end. I guess people like searching GPUs and don't care much about Unreal. I mean, I get it. No, I get it. I was struggling to pass like 8,000 before with the one you guys clipped, and then finally I passed it like with Don, and then I was like, oh, but you know, it's gonna be hard passing that one now, because I was like, that one's not like gaming related, and now I've set the bar way too high. I used to pass 22,000 now with something that is somehow related to my streams or what I do. It's not possible. It'll never happen. But I mean, I guess yay. It is kind of crazy though, and I say it's crazy because where can I see the stats? I want to show something. I go to how do I just want to show something. I just find this amusing. Hey, Neo Druggers, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. To chill and lurk, spy on my project while working my own? No worries. No worries. Look at this. New followers, 50. From this freaking GPU TikTok, I got 50 followers. That probably do not care at all about Unreal or anything I actually do. They're like, oh, GPU. I must follow. They're probably going to do more GPU stuff. My entire channel has 62. I went from like 12 to 62 because of the one TikTok. And it's not even related to freaking anything I do. God damn it. Because look, move myself. You can see it. You can see it. Search queries: Power Color 7990, AMD GPU 7090, Gaming Test AMD 7990, Power Color. So I mean, I gave the right tags, but I just find it funny Let's look at that beautiful 50-50, you know, it's nice and clean. But yeah, my entire actual thing is 62. I was actually looking at like my social media in general, and it's some of these smaller stuff that I do, like the TikToks and stuff, is growing bigger. Also, look, I got a cave. This cave officially now has rocks and stalactites, and I mean they're not great. They're just, you know, temporary ones to show for a tutorial, but they have stalactites and stalagmites, right? That you'd obviously swap with your own meshes. Look at that. Yeah. See, you got a cave system. You already subbed on my YouTube. You don't do TikTok? That's fine. The TikTok is the same thing as the YouTube. I just put the YouTube shorts on TikTok. You're not going to get anything new that you don't already get on YouTube. TikTok is there for maybe getting some people from TikTok over to like other places. Yeah. Your girlfriend has a single TikTok with like 800,000 views. Wait, 800 is too much. You're definitely around 300,000. That's a big difference. That's less than half of what you originally said. You want to do some cases and want to share how to bore into your landscape? If that's even possible, if you just started making channels and putting rocks over top. You should be able to cut part of your landscape, I believe. If you go to like modify landscape, you should be able to put a hole in it, basically. TikTok for that younger generation? It really is not. I get... Where is it? Let's see where it is. So this is within the United States. But if you take a look, 10 to 19, 25%. 2029, 22.4%. 3039, 21.7%. And then, right, this is pretty, like this is pretty even across the board. Yeah, it's slightly going down once you go to the 40 to 49. But this to this isn't like, technically speaking, it's almost a 20% increase between 20.3 and 25. But this isn't like, you know, 90% and 5%, you know? So, yeah, this is within the United States, but it doesn't matter. So, yeah, most people that use the internet are also going to be between this age. Fairly even from 10 to 49, but that's not much of a difference. Yeah. This is not a big difference between active users. So really TikTok is, maybe it started out as like, yeah, mostly kids used it, but no, these days, like, it's pretty even. Does it tell me where it was last used or where it was? TikTok users by gender worldwide, 60% female. What? Really? This is 2024. So these numbers are 2024, I believe. I'm trying to see. Yeah, relatively recent. Why is it lower at 40 to 49? Don't your friends and peers watch your stuff?
Emotional, damn it!
I'm already dying inside because there's sun again. And you pull that shit? Brutal. Just brutal. You know I don't have friends. So mean. Hold on a second. We gotta open Blender. I was forgetting something. Couldn't remember what. We gotta open Blender. You asked for more sun yesterday, so deserved? No, that's not what I don't think I asked for more sun in this matter. Damn it. Can we not? I looked at the temperature though. Freaking next Tuesday. So look at this. This is supposed to be what it is right now. It's supposed to be raining. That ain't rain. That's sun. But it's 68, which is like, okay. But on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, just kill me now. Get it over with. Why? And by the way, these clouds are always bullshit. There's never clouds. As far as the light that shines into my room is concerned, there's never clouds. So these are just, this is a lie. Just a giant lie. Praise the sun, no. No praising of the sun. See, that sounds lovely. That sounds so lovely. We have 4 jump animations. Okay. If you're in North Hemisphere, south facing window in the office will do that. No, I'm facing northwest. Hey Casey, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. 88 is Child's Play. We're always in the upper 90s in South Texas. Yeah, but it's not a competition. I could be miserable and you could be miserable together. Unfortunately, that's the reality we live in. Where, you know, just because I'm miserable doesn't mean you can't be miserable. Or just because you're miserable doesn't mean I can't be miserable. We can all be miserable together. It's great. If you want to compare, like, where my parents live, is like usually like 100. So it's even worse there. So that's why, you know what? And they're not that miserable because they have better AC than I do. So they're hotter temperatures outside, but inside it's so much nicer. You can be miserable too. Has been for a long time. We could all be miserable together. That's okay. That's allowed. A little vitamin D is good for you. Yeah, it is. I'll take some pills. Can we just remove the sun and I'll take some pills. That's fine. You know, come on. Please? Should we just do that? All I'm saying is it's too hot inside. And I know I could spend another $500 for a second air conditioner. But I don't wanna. That would be ridiculous. With the rate AI is going, it won't be long until we're living in incubator cities, living in the Matrix, so don't worry about it. I mean, people thought we're also going to have flying cars by now, so we'll see. You know, possibly, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Okay, I think we're good on this. I think on this one we don't need to. Yeah, we don't need to like rotate or anything, or raise it. Oh, it's so weird seeing it so big now. Because we zoomed in last time, and I can't reset the size because there is no like reset to default size. It's so weird. It's like everything's so much more readable. Oh, it's weird. Where's this going again? It's going under jumps, jump air. Yeah, like that. You got one of those standalone AC units, best investment error, keeps the office at 71. Oh, I do too. I bought a like one of those portable ones. Where you stick the hose like through a window, or in my case, a sliding door. And it's like, you know, it's 10,000 BTU. It's technically strong enough that it does keep this apartment cool, except during sunset times. Because the sunset time is when it sets in the northwest. And northwest means it's direct sunlight into my apartment, so it can't keep up. And I don't feel like buying a second one. So yeah. There he goes. It's not that we don't have the means to have flying cars. It's just it isn't feasibly applicable for the general public level of intelligence, IMO. No, I think we don't have flying cars in terms, but like, either way, what the point of it is, right? People thought something and it was wrong about what the future will be. So you could think like AI is going to do X thing, but that doesn't mean it's definitely going to happen. So that was the only train of thought there. I have occasionally a train of thought. It's not a very long train. It's barely a thought. Let's get that self-driving technology along a bit further. I've been inside of a Tesla once when I took an Uber, and I could not figure out how to unlock the door, because it was like a weird thing where you unlock it by doing something like, normally there's just like you press the button or you pull the thing up or down, right? Like old school cars. Like you just press the lock or unlock thing. And Tesla has this weird shit. I don't know how they work. I'm also like, I don't know. I know my mom really likes the new cars that have like the display. These things, like they just stick out like this. I find them absolutely horrible. Not horrible, just hideous. Like, this doesn't look good to me. Like, I don't want a touch screen. Give me physical buttons. I don't want digitized in my car. I want physical buttons that I can be like, AC is up. I don't want to go through 20 menus to like go to the thing I wanted. My mom loves this. She doesn't have a Tesla, to be clear. She doesn't have a Tesla, but she has a car that has one of these. I just don't remember the exact car she has, so it's easy for me to find out a Tesla for examples. Oh yeah, and the new cars don't have like a gear shifter at all. Just press a button. Like, I get it. It's not needed in this digital age, but like, my car has it. Mine's a 2018. It has like 8,000 miles on it. It probably won't be swapped out for a while. So, but yeah, I don't like this. So, you still live in Oregon, so you feel it? I mean, I don't think Oregon has a, it's the only place that's like that, but yeah. As long as you can relate, that's good. That's all that matters. One day I'm gonna look into how the hell to like set to simulate fabric, because obviously should not be like this. It should be like, angled down, but for this, it's fine. I say it's fine. Give you a speedo and rev counter? Is it okay if it's pink? Are you okay with a pink one? You meant by the car? See, at least in America, it's not a Speedo. So that's why I find it funny. I think he meant speedometer, but no one ever shortens it to Speedo. I think that's it. Speedo, speedometer, yeah. I understood, but I still find it funny. Bam! Look at this guy. Yeah. I mean, we could, I guess, you know. It's cool. You can make it like multiple layers of this. So I could technically make a glowing, like make an animation of like the outline expanding, contracting, like simulated glow. Like very easily. I'm not gonna do that. It's pointless, but I could. His toe technically goes a little bit under. It's fine. We're gonna pretend it's fine. Even though it slightly bothers me, it doesn't bother me enough compared to my laziness. Like, my laziness is definitely winning out here, where I'm like, I could fix it, but it's not a big enough deal where I'm like, I have to fix it. You know what I mean? Just...
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Excuse me, sir, does he have a set of oversized dentures for a dick? What? Remember, this is a cloth. Were you not looking? This is him. Were you not looking at him? I was doing it. It is literally a massive drum kit. I mean, how do you think it's, you know, how do you think it's clearly held in place with very little support? Let's ignore the chain. The white piece around the edge of the kit, a quick glance made you think of did you think of teeth? That's okay. It happens. It happens. It's okay. But now you know. Now you know the truth. Yo. Yeah. Do one of these. Lines up. We export both. We export both. So look at that. See, now it's easier to tell what it is, right? See, now you don't have to worry about the different colors. Now you just see what for what it is. The beautiful normals. Except on the wrists where there's issues, but we ignore those. We don't fix those, we just ignore those. You know, just pretend it's fine. Okay. Yay, all lines up. Bam, done. Okay, jump air in. Let's get in here. Jumping. Jump air. Yuck. Reminds you of an old Final Fantasy enemy. You can't remember which one. Sephiroth. Definitely. I totally remember him with 2 giant clubs and a drum. Yep. Definitely remember that. In that one scene. Yeah, I don't know which enemy you're referring to. I played a good amount of Final Fantasy, but I can't think of one that's like that. But I'm bad at visualizing stuff like that, so I'm probably not the best, you know, person to think of one. Jump air. Category jump. Bear with search. Are you actually gonna look it up? I have played Final Fantasy 7, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Wait, I just totally messed up. Because the first Final Fantasy I played was 7, and then by the time where I could get new Final Fantasies, 10 was out. So that's why I went to 10. I played a good amount of them. You're thinking 4, 5, and 6 were the more spritey characters. Makes sense. But I mean, all the characters are pretty much the same, right? Like, they have the same characters, they just, you know, the aesthetic changes a little bit. I mean, not all characters are the same. But, like, you know, the iconic ones. Behemoth, Marlboro. There's only 2 I could name. The cat with the 2 things sticking out of it. I'm so bad. Yeah, I don't remember many regular enemies, to be fair. They're not memorable enough for me just like, oh yeah, definitely this one enemy. If I saw them, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember it, but why do I keep closing it? Epic, can you please introduce a Control-Shift-T for like reopening a closed tab like you do in a browser? So if I actually close some tabs, I can just reopen them. I'd appreciate that. Thank you. They're not going to do it, but it'd be very nice. I'd appreciate it. They never listen. Nope, not FBX. Land. This is jump land. One, two, three. Save it. Okay. Next, materials. Oops. I meant to press up and enter. By the way, an unrelated thing. I was a good son for once, and I bought my mother flowers for her birthday. They will arrive, hopefully, on her birthday. I say hopefully because that's when the delivery is scheduled for. Like, you get to set a date, because I bought at a local, like, flower shop near her. So hopefully it'll arrive, you know, when I set. But my God, they're expensive. And what I get for you? Yeah, so the flowers, they were like so expensive. Like, I got orchids. I totally got you something, Guts. Totally. It's in the mail. As long as it doesn't get lost in the mail, you'll get it for sure. Definitely in the mail. Don't ask how I got your address. Definitely. Okay. So really, he's just like on his toes. He's not even really in the air. Okay. That's fine. That is fine. Jump land. I'll let you guys know if the flowers end up arriving and are successful, because it was like $300. It wasn't like $300. It was technically just a bit over $300 for some freaking orchids. It wasn't like in a vase. It's like planted, so you can, you know, keep them alive. But you know, it's I haven't gone anything for her for her birthday for a while, so you know, I was like, you know, maybe I should do something. You're waiting, you know, where I live. Just saying, you know, just in case you you don't get anything from me. I mean, feel free to come visit. Yeah, if you come visit, you know, I'll cook you some nice stuff. We can go grab, you know, we can go get a nice, you know, tomahawk steak or something. You know, some really good stuff. I'll have a reason to buy it. I've had a tomahawk steak once. It was amazing. I made it. Well, let me see if we can find it. Probably not, but maybe. Well, I haven't taken too many photos since then, so. Oh, yep. There it is. You know, get one of these. You know, just saying. It's good stuff. Good stuff. It was expensive as hell, but you know, ironically enough, I made it when my mother came to visit me here. It's sous vide. That's how it got the perfect color there. It was good. Final Fantasy V, you found like it's one of those. Goblin with cape. This guy? It's not really a cape, but it's a goblin. I mean, I don't know how you define a cape, so. I searched goblin with cape. That's what came up. Wait, 9? I thought you said 5. Final Fantasy 9 Hill Giant? Okay. I mean, yeah, but that's like, yeah, but he just because he looks like an orc in general. Right. I feel like, yeah, he just looks like an orc. He looks like a very weird faced orc. If you swapped his face for an orc face, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's an orc. Everything else checks out. He's just such a dumb face. He looks so happy, though. Look how happy he looks. What is it supposed to be? Is it supposed to be grass on his shoulder? Are his shoulders supposed to be, like, covered with moss or something? No, that's hair, because that's the same, clearly the same. So he just has hair and just hairy shoulder pads, basically? What's the thought process of this? Sure. Ours has a mohawk. So, you know... Look at that. Look at that sweet dew. Oh. Beautiful hair. That, totally, you cannot tell. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. It's fine. I want to know what the hell they're going to do with the third remake of Final Fantasy VII. Because they said there's going to be 3 parts to Final Fantasy VII Remake. But the first 2 parts got to the end of the first disc of Final Fantasy VII Original. So... like, there's a ton of a game left from the original, more so than was up to that point. And they're cutting out so much. It makes me a little sad. Makes me want to say. Be the fool that calls that drummer orc ugly? What do you mean? Look at that smile. Look at that cheerful smile. He couldn't hurt a fly. Look at his beautiful, like, drumsticks. See? They don't look threatening at all. I don't know what you're talking about. Bam. He's gonna play them a little melody, you know, a little drum solo for their birthday, and it's definitely not gonna make their ears bleed or anything of that sort. For sure. Hey, Stormrun, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. You're hopeful for the next part of Final Fantasy VII Remake? Think the third part is called Reunion? Oh, possibly. The thing is, I was kind of disappointed with, like, without spoilers of any kind, I was disappointed with the ending of the second part. Because, again, without any spoilers, What they basically teased the ending to that part that everyone wanted and then just said fuck you. That's the best way I can describe it. If you've seen the ending, you will know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, go play it. I'm not spoiling anything. But I was like, they showed the ending I wanted, and then they just said fuck you. Just kidding. The Sephiroth fight was cool. Yeah, like there's cool stuff. Absolutely. Like I still, enjoyed myself. You've been making an overworld spawn system like Pokemon for the past few days. It was kind of hard getting areas to spawn and despawn when you are in the area. I think you meant arenas. Probably a typo. Arenas to spawn and despawn when you're in the area. Working well. Nice. Good job. I'm proud of you, son. You want creatures in the areas you're in. Oh, okay. Never mind. You capitalized areas, so I'm like, maybe you meant arenas? I was wrong. Oh, just nothing new. If I could have a penny for every time I'm wrong, I'd be one of the richest people alive. Because then I just start saying wrong things constantly. And then, right, and then just keep earning money. It'll be great. Free money. And you'll be tiring saying all that wrong stuff. I could say the same wrong thing over and over. Just keep earning money. It's great. You have 10 set locations. They can spawn, but only 3 spawns in the area at a time. Then when you are in the area 2, other area will despawn. Nice. Very nice. See? And you did it all by yourself. And you must feel good about it. Are you making a rainbow version of the drum guy? What? No? Why would I make a rainbow version of the drum guy? Let's get the drum guy in first before we start making skins for them. Yeah, one thing at a time. What were the bluish purple models? Oh, that's the normal map. That's this. That's the normal map. Yeah. The beauty of going 3D to 2D sprites is you get the normal map of the geo, which allows you to light it in Unreal, which is real nice. Yeah, I was chatting with a buddy of mine a few days ago. He was like, why'd you do sprites? I'm like, because it's easier. I don't need to worry about blending or bad animations. I can fix things in a sprite. It's great. As a solo dev, it's great. It's easier to make things work together out of different packs as well. That's what he's doing right now. Got him. Okay. Next. We're showing you how to make your character's mouth move, but you don't really need them. So what you do is to make the mouth move is you take the bottom half, the top half of the head, like about middle of the mouth up, and then you move it up, and then when you want to close the mouth, you move the entire thing down, and then you keep doing that over and over, and then you have mouth movement. Like this. See? And that's how you make your characters have no politics, Neo Dragus. Thank you. The way your characters learn abilities, you preferred remake system over rebirth. Rebirths, like team up abilities and stuff, learning that felt off to you. The original remake, I really struggled with the combat. It was a little bit better in Rebirth, but I still didn't like it. The problem I have with the system that they're using with in the remakes for Final Fantasy VII is the fact that there's ads.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
It's the fact that they throw ads in everywhere, and then you have to wait for the ads, and then you are able to speak. It's just unfortunate, and they should fix that. You play the first Final Fantasy VII remake, but never the original. The original is so good, but then, right? I've played the original many times. Well, as we're going, I'm gonna grab a drink real quick because I am out. You're back. I'm back. You don't know if a Rebirth is a new game or a remake of the remake. It's a continuation of the same game. The original Final Fantasy VII was multiple discs. That's how big it was. And the remake is part 1 of Final Fantasy VII. Rebirth is part 2 of Final Fantasy VII. Even though part 2 is sadly the end of part 2 is the end of disc 1 of 3. Yeah, you play remake then rebirth. And there's supposed to be one more. The name of Rebirth made you think they messed up with the first release, so they did a better one? No, just continuation. But the thing that I don't like about either one of them, really, and it's kind of a big one for me, is you control one character, and then you have teammates that just do things, but you have to swap to them to actually use an ability. But like that itself would be fine, but their bar doesn't go up as fast when you're not the one controlling them. I think it's better in the new one because I think enemies just but even then it's still bad. So in Rebirth, right, the bar of allies doesn't go up as fast. So if you need to heal, you have to play the healing, whatever character you have that is healing. But that's usually not the one you want to play, at least for me. I want to play the main damage dealing badass. I don't want to be the one playing the one that's healing. So you swap to the one that's healing to get the bar up so you could heal faster. And then guess what? All the enemies then start targeting you because they're designed to target the one your player is doing. They target others as well, but primarily they're like, oh, the player is controlling this one. I should focus him now. So you're now playing as the healer that now needs to heal even more because they're usually not very tanky because they're the healer. So I just do not like the new system because of this. So yeah, like again, somehow it was a little bit better in Rebirth than Remake, but it's still not great. Still not great. You don't really do anything when you're not controlling them. Exactly. Remake was trying the abilities to weapons, felt like 9. Rebirth, you just have the ability trees to learn from. The entire tree in Rebirth just felt pointless to me. Like I just picked whatever and played. Like the combo stuff, like yeah, I'd use them when I got enough, but I didn't like go out of my way to get them. And like there were like some of them were you had to use them pretty much, but I don't know. I understand they don't want to do turn-based because people these days don't want turn-based, but man, I want my summons. I want my proper summons. Damn it. I want my multicast summons. That's all I'm saying. Here's the combo move Howling Blast with Red and Cloud, and then charge both ATB gauges, then make Red heal. That's what you did. I played always with Aerith and Tifa. That was my main party. I'm rocking with the girls when I play freaking Final Fantasy. Same thing when I did when I was a kid. You give me a choice between some guys and some girls, I'm picking the girls. Every time. There's a competition or something? There's no competition. You ever play Final Fantasy Type 0? No. I never really played a lot of the like side games of Final Fantasy. Expedition 33, people do want turn-based. Well, exactly. People want turn-based. I want turn-based. But for those people who are like, no turn-based. Yeah, I started to play Expedition 33. I'm only 6 hours in, so I'm very early on. I've only just unlocked, like right before I stopped, I just unlocked weapon upgrades. So I'm like really at the beginning. You miss controlling your Aeon for Final Fantasy X? Yeah, I remember that. The summons in Final Fantasy X were also great. Yeah, the Final Fantasy in the remakes are... It's not the same. Cool. Playing Expedition 33 off stream? Traitor? Wait, what do you mean traitor? This is also not the first time I mentioned it. I realized that RPGs, one, are not great on stream. Two, I mean, just not many people watch me play games on stream anyway. But if I want to immerse myself in a game, I shouldn't stream it. I can't immerse games like that, like RPGs that I want to enjoy, like the story and the gameplay for. They're not streaming games for me. So, sorry. Yeah, it's lead heavy. I would hate 15. I played 15, Final Fantasy 15. I beat it. But Final Fantasy 15 was definitely the worst Final Fantasy I've ever played. Final Fantasy 15 was a giant fetch quest. It was horrible. The entire game was go here, kill some things, come back. Okay, can you go now here to kill some things and come back? And then go there, kill some things and come back. And then when you've done enough of those, okay, go to the next hub and do the same thing. It was... The quests were so terrible. The whole night-day mechanic, I didn't like so much of that game. I was so hopeful that eventually I'd just be able to just go and do whatever I want, however I want. No, it was a giant fetch quest. Every single quest was a giant fetch quest. And the story did not make any sense. I found so many problems with the story. 15 is 4 guys. Oh, yeah, I know. I see you hate your community then? I mean, yeah. What gave you the impression that I like my community? I clearly hate all of you. No, see, that's not okay for me. You should have to watch some other medium to help with that. I shouldn't need to watch a movie to play a game. And even if I watched it, that's still... There are so many plot holes in the entire thing, and the ending was just everything. Everything was horrible. Okay. I'm gonna get a quick spoiler alert, okay? Quick spoiler alert for like 2 minutes. Or 3 minutes. In Final Fantasy 15, you go around and you pick up the abilities of like these kings, if I recall, and you get them. But there's only like however many handful of them. Why? Why are there only those kings? What if the abilities are like passed off? All these kings have all these powers. What happened to all of them? Why didn't someone before that do that? What? Like, if everything's passed on, it doesn't make sense. None of it made sense. Why is it only those ones? Why not the other one? Why not the one before him or one after him? It didn't make sense. It was horrible. By the way, don't put any spoilers in chat. No. I'm saying, like, it should have been. Oh, hold on. I need to make sure this fits. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, good thing I checked. So yeah, Final Fantasy 15 did not make any sense to me. I did not enjoy it. I beat it though, which, you know, means it wasn't absolutely terrible because I never beat Final Fantasy 12 and I tried multiple times. I think like 3 times I tried to beat Final Fantasy 12 and I got bored every single time. Which is impressive for me. Because again, I've beaten every single other one. Even the ones that are like even 15. So it's because it was Star Wars. Final Fantasy 12 was basically Star Wars. And I don't care much for like that kind of sci-fi stuff. Like Star Wars type sci-fi stuff. There's an animated series for 15 that was like 10 episodes. Yeah, see, you shouldn't need, like, the beginning of the game, if you have like some kind of extra media that happens, the beginning of the game should summarize it so you're caught up. You should not be required to play it. It's like at the beginning of the game, just be like, have you watched X thing? Yes or no? Would you like a summary? Or like, what, like, right? That's just normal thing that, I don't know, at least I expect. Because you even get that stuff like when you buy, you know, part 2 of a game. They're like, oh, have you seen, like, you buy Horizon Forbidden West. I'm pretty sure at the beginning of it, you have the option to get a summary. I could be wrong, but like, that's like the good way of doing it. It's like, hey, you don't have to play the previous one. You can get the, you know, summary. It should be the same thing, especially if it's a movie. Not everyone's going to want to watch an anime versus playing a game. Right? Just, I didn't like it. I beat it. Again, I'm complaining about it, but I beat the damn game. So it wasn't like the worst thing. I would just, if I had to rate it, I would rate it like a 4. A 3.5, 4 probably. Or maybe like 3 to 4. Which on the list of my games is pretty low. But yeah, in a sense, you were right, Stormrun. I did hate 15. I would hate 15. Not for the reason you thought, but yeah. You know how many hours you spend in that game hunting down a little cactus guy for XP? I mean, yeah, cactuars are quick. But when I still did all the missions in that game. Because I can't play a Final Fantasy 7, or I can't play a Final Fantasy game without doing every single side quest. Like, I 100%ed, in terms of quests, both the Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth and Remake. I'm not gonna go out of my way to like get items or stuff like that, like those kind of achievements, but if I load up my Steam, I can take a look. What did I get? Rebirth. 49 out of 61 achievements. What achievements do I not have? Let's see. Earn all achievements. Okay, obviously. Develop all possible materia together with Chadley. I think I just didn't buy them all because I didn't need them. I think that's the only reason I don't have that achievement. Attain level 70. Never got that. Deal a certain amount of more damage to a staggered enemy. Sure. Master all weapon abilities and limit breaks. Did not care. Complete all chapters on hard difficulty. Yeah, I didn't do that. Don't care. And complete all of the combat simulations. I guess there was something I missed. Like, these are not things that, like, right, that's just whatever. Although I did all of them, I thought, but clearly not. Something was probably need to be unlocked. I know I didn't do like the armor stuff because there's like some stuff that there was some side stuff that was much higher level than what I was doing. Like I was getting 2-shot when I had to like fight 2 summons at once. And I was like, I do not care enough. But otherwise, I do like all side missions. I mean, I told the story before for Far Cry 3. I played Far Cry 3, and as soon as I could do something, I just went out away from the main quest. And I started doing everything. I cleared the entire like map area where I was. I had 4 weapon slots available, which were the max. I had rocket launchers. I had everything unlocked pretty much. And then I did finally, I was like, okay, cool. I've done with all the side stuff in the area. I can now do the main mission. I went to do the main mission, and the main mission was teaching me how to shoot a regular gun. So I didn't last long in that game because I got bored. The game gave me so much freedom, which was great. I did all the side stuff. It was just, I love that stuff. I love going out and doing side stuff and then doing the main mission. But when there was such a discrepancy at the end of doing all the side stuff that I was like, oh, I don't. Like, I played for a little longer, but then I got bored. Such as me. You know how many hours you spend in that game hunt? Oh, yeah. My favorite Final Fantasies are probably still 7 and 10. They're definitely my top 2 Final Fantasies. Seven was the first big RPG that I played. And 10, freaking Blitzball. If you played Final Fantasy X, you know Blitzball. And Blitzball was so much fun. Blitzball was the best. $63 frames for this animation. My goodness. Some of these summons in Final Fantasy X were also great. I remember there was like a bee one or something. A bee summon. I love summons. In all those Final Fantasy, I just love the summons. That might be also why I like 7 so much, is because it's basically focused on summons. I don't think this is going to be the biggest animation that I'm doing, but it's definitely up there. Hey Don, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. During Assassin's Creed 2, first you thought you were gonna get a black alpha before you start the main story. Why? I haven't played Assassin's Creed 2. I tried to play Assassin's Creed 1, and I got like a few missions through, and then I was like, this mission is exactly the same, and I really did not like the beginning part of the missions, and I got bored, so I stopped. Because I was like, I did like a handful of them, and then they're all the same, and I was like, I don't want to do another. So I never got past that, and so I never went past Assassin's Creed 1. This was like after Assassin's Creed's been out for a while. I think I got it for free or something, or from some pack to try out. Yeah, it didn't really work out. The only Assassin's Creed that I know that everyone kind of loves pretty much is Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I've heard nothing but good things about that specific Assassin's Creed. Well, let me specify. People say only good things about Assassin's Creed Black Flag ship sections. I've heard nothing about the rest of the game. Right? Which is kind of why, they were supposed to make a ship game that's just that. Instead, they released the first quadruple A game that I've seen indies better than. It is what it is, I guess. Basically, the final quest in each area to get that ancestral part of the outfit in the area. Still one of the best games story-wise for you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I don't remember the gameplay loop anymore for it. I think that in the first one, it was like you had to scout everything. It was like slow. I think that's why I got bored with it. I don't remember. It's been too long. It's definitely probably been like a good decade or so since I tried it at this point. Okay, that's land heavy. There you are. Light. Getting dark. So I said let there be light. This is gonna take a while. These are big sprites. Yeah, don't worry, Don. No worries. I might not be the biggest PCG channel out there, but I do my best. Let me phrase that. I might not be the biggest PCG channel out there, but I probably have the most videos on PCG. Eventually they'll all come to me. I'm actually looking forward to the cave video. I don't know why. Seems cool. It's different. 5.6 streamlines freaking geometry scripting so much. It's so much nicer. My god. Some things are still not available and some things are still stupid. But overall, geometry scripting and BCG are just so much better in 5.6. Oh, it's almost there. You can do it. Is that from Happy Gilmore? I know the I know the reference. I don't remember where it's from. I think it's from Happy Gilmore. Where the one guy is like, "You can do it" at the end when he's trying to make the putt. Adam Sandler's. I loved Adam Sandler movie growing up. I don't know how his stuff is recently, because I haven't watched like any of his recent stuff. But I know growing up, like I watched like almost pretty much all the Adam Sandler stuff. Happy Gilmore, Longest Yard. The 50 First Dates, or something like that. I remember the Zohan. That was great. Good stuff. Oh, it's gonna take a while because there's a lot of sprites and they're big.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
I guess good timing. What was the most recent? I have no idea. Adam Sandler movies. There's a Happy Gilmore 2 that came out this year. Well, that's the most recent thing. Let's see. I'm trying to find the last one I saw. Was Click the last thing I saw? 2006? I feel like there was another movie after that I saw, or maybe not. Click was great. Love Click, but 2006. Wow. Here, I'll bring it up screen. I saw Click. Oh, you don't mess with the Zohan. There it is. Yeah, 2008. I think that was the last thing I saw of him. You don't mess with the Zohan. I don't think I saw anything after that. But Happy Gilmore 2, 6.2, you know, it's not amazing. But okay. To be fair, I loved Click 6.4. I loved Mess with Us All 5.6, right? So this rating for me is not accurate. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. Also, that was great. Deuce Bigelow, yep, saw that. Longest Yard, absolutely loved Longest Yard. 51st dates, anger management. I think I saw this, but I think he's just a he's not. That's not his like movie. The Animal, saw that. Little Nicky is great. Although it's a Little Nicky video game, a Little Nicky movie. But what else? Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison. That's it. That's some good stuff. It's interesting he has Happy Gilmore too. I don't know why you'd make a second one, personally. Because I don't remember that the ending to that being like, oh yeah, there's definitely, you know, you should have a second part kind of thing. Occasionally I see like articles or like shorts, YouTube shorts about them. I was like, he just like hangs out with people. Like I remember hearing about just people playing basketball somewhere, and he just shows up and be like, hey, can I play? And he just has fun with just, you know, random kids. So like he seems like a cool guy. And he's like, you know, relatively chill. Still, I mean, crazy in a sense, but he doesn't seem like an asshole, which is kind of nice. Heavy Land. Yeah, there we go. Okay. We got that. Next animation. We got one more jump-related animation. I knocked them all out today, which is great. Last one is the jump start one, which I think we're going to customize a little bit. Unfortunately. This one's super short. 6 frames. Wow. Do I even care enough for this one? I don't think I even care enough for this one, I'll be honest. For 6 frames, it's gonna be it's for 6 frames here is 3 frames in Unreal. That's not even worth my time. You're not even gonna see 3 frames. It's a fraction of a second. Not worth it. Okay, cool. Makes it easy. Goodbye. I guess I need to open recent again. Get rid of the extra materials that we just imported. Okay, that means we've done all the jumps. We're doing music last. So we just have sprint and taunt then. Sprint is still an ability, but I'll still get it in right now. So we just have the music ones. That's exciting because that means we'll be able to move on to the AI. This one's 30. Much more reasonable. This is the awesome one. This is the awesome one where he just runs and drums at the same time. I love this one so much. It's so good. Does he pause? Oh, 30 is the same frame, so if I should do this. There we go. I got an extra frame there. Yeah. So good. We probably don't need the super wide angle then on this one. It doesn't seem like he ever reaches high enough up, which is great. Okay. This is going to be our sprint. Boom. Material. Every time I do this, I'm tempted to like look up if there's a way of doing this on a script. Why is this 2? How did I mess this one up? Why is this one? It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. He says, not being sure. So this is sprint. Save. Go. If we go to the sprint section, there's our D folder. Oh, it's already done. I find it funny how I was talking about how I wanted to go super fast, and the answer was right in front of me, which was turning off freestyle and doing it in a sprite. That was the solution. It was an easy solution, and it was screaming in my face, or into my face, and I didn't realize it. Where's it? Here. Go. Outline. I was gonna say his outlines his beard, but no, that wasn't an outline of his beard. That's a natural one. All natural. I think. I mean, you can kind of see the color of his hair. Not great. It is what it is. Oh, it's 15 frames. Oh, hell yes. It's 15 frames. I love it when it's a multiple of 5. I say that and I almost immediately go past it. Not as good as an multiple of 10, clearly, because my brain, as you saw, still can't deal with multiples of 5. They're hard, okay? But they're almost great. Looking good. Okay, now sprint. Sprint. Yoink. Good old frames. Bottom center, please. Okay, so this is sprint. So this is for normal run, and then we go, bam. He doesn't see the full animation, but trust me, he's faster. You go speedy boy. I mean, you can kind of see the angle. Right? He's just, casually jogging, and then bam. Casually jogging, and then bam. Casually jogging, and bam. I love it. So good. I don't know. It just looks so silly. I love it. Okay. Last one. Pre all the music stuff, which we're going to do as after the base AI. So we got one more. Last one's taunt. I don't remember what. I think it just goes like waves over. Is that the taunt? I don't remember where the taunt is. Oh dear God, this is a long animation. Is this going to be a double height animation? He's just barely not too high. At least that's good, at least. I mean, this is kind of a dance. I mean, kind of music stuff. I put it under taunt, but... How do I make this thing longer? How do I make this track longer? Oh, I can just... What? Okay, so I can go further. So it is 267 frames. That might be too many frames. That it's a really good animation, to be fair. It's a lot of frame. I think that might be the longest animation we've done. I'm a little concerned about our maximum texture resolution limit. I will be honest. 267 divided by 2, because every other will be 133. Oh, plus 0, I think. So maybe 134. Times 256 divided by 1024. Divided by... No. That's it. It's 34,000. I actually wouldn't be able to fit it line by line like that. It'd be too many. Too many pixels. We'll try it. We haven't done one that's this big, so we'll try it. It's a good experiment. I'm definitely concerned. I mean, I'll even try the full width version, but I'm pretty sure it will not import even. Okay, let's save this. Taunt. Save. This is taunt. Okay. Go. So how you guys doing? This one might actually take a moment. Oh, it's already 200 in. $300s. So, because every single one is doing 200 some odd frames, right? 100 something some odd frames. Dear God. Well, there's no doubt this is the longest. Is this going to be higher than 1,000 frames? It is. My little I didn't even make the renamer 4 digits long because there's no way I'm going to be doing that many frames. So what's the point? Well, we are. So what happens if I do rename with taunt? Right, it starts at 001, so technically there's not enough. So what happens at the very end? Oh, okay, so it does keep going. It does add the 4th digit. But no, I want to do 4 digits then. Adding 4. $1,071. Wow. Okay. A sprite, are you going to be able to handle this? Okay. That's gonna be one. Okay. That's 2. Oh boy. I'm totally gonna. This only shows you the freaking 2 digits here. So it's over 100. It just repeats the numbers. If they were like showed the full number, at least be able to like just use a calculator to find out like where it is and just go there. But because it doesn't show the full digits, it makes it a lot more difficult to find the right thing. Okay. Two more on this one. We'll see if this works. Okay, last one. Okay. Well, I actually got them all right. They all line up, which is, you know, I'll take it. But I'm going to save it real quick, and then we're gonna see. They probably won't line up. Save. Export. Properties, details. Yeah, I was right on the money. 34,000 pixel wide by 1024. This would not actually work in Unreal. So we can't split by layers. No, we want this. Layers, frames, all layers, borders, no, output, layout, packed.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
It's calculating it. It's calculating it. It's the first time ever I have to use packed. Horizontal strip, vertical strip, by rows, by columns, you know. Hope you guys are doing well. Can I just hit export? Will it just do it? Probably not, because it probably needs to, you know, preview it first. I could turn off preview and just export though. I'll try it. Export. Oh no, yeah, it's gonna do the same calculations. It's like, oh, you want me to pack all of this? Do you know how many frames there are? That's what it's thinking. It's like, you're crazy. It's over 1,000 frames. You want me to pack this? Yes, I do. If this doesn't, I mean, I imagine it should work. Theoretically, I mean, it will be more texture memory, that's all. Theoretically, it should just be loading one sprite at a time frame anyway, and unloading, theoretically, from the texture memory every time you place a new sprite. So it shouldn't be like super bad. I say theoretically because I don't know in actuality what's happening under the hood. On the bright side, it didn't get too hot today. Even though the sun was out, it is currently 73.4 degrees. Right where I'm sitting, which is pretty good compared to the typical like 77 it's been. So you know what? I'll take that as a win. Is there anything while this is going, I guess I can do some stuff in Unreal. We get started on the stuff here. Might as well. Let's go to the animation blueprint. Let's go to the locomotion stuff. So the run and the idle we have. The jump. We want jump air. Transition down. Up animation graph. So this is going to be jump land. And then to transition up, we're not transitioning to. We're just going to the jump. But transitioning back, we do have the transition land. This is going to take the hit one. And this already has a death. Okay. So in terms of his main animations, we should be good. Take a look. It would help if I put his health back to where it was. That would be helpful. If we search for character info, health, 5,000. Well, yeah, let's make it like 500 for the testing. Also, you have AI.boss. Oh, you're not character boss. You're AI boss. I'll give you character boss as well. You really shouldn't need character boss. You have AI boss. We should change the system to use AI boss. But then we need to make sure that these guys have the right tag. Yes, these have character boss. Let's give them AI boss and so character boss. Yeah. Hopefully remove AI boss or character boss. We'll just swap everything over. Alright, so we have all that. And go to the parent. You're good, you're good. So here, if we search for character.boss. And here we're checking character.boss. We're going to check instead AI boss. It also explains why he became an elite that one time. I was confused about that because I was using the wrong boss one. Swap it all out. Okay, that's good. And let's just check that here. I don't use it as well. Now, let's just do a quick search everywhere. I imagine this is still going. Oh, no, it's done. Take a look. Look at that. What is the details on it? 8448 by 4224. Doable. That is usable. Excellent. So let's do the normals. Just checking for the outline on that one. Okay. Transition. There it is. There's our transition. This is probably also going to take a while. That's fine. I should look at it not packed first to make sure it lines up and then set it to packed on export. There's still a good way of checking that things I set things up correctly. Last one. Okay, so if I did you instead of packed by rows. Yeah, all lines up. Okay, so now we can do back to packed. And then here we can set this up. And export. Okay, well that's calculated. We can go back to Unreal. Let's take a look. Nothing was found anywhere. Okay, so I think we got that. So theoretically then, if I go here, you will let me delete it, right? No. Blueprints, characters, enemy, bosses, meteor ability. See, like, how do I search for that? How do I search for that? If it doesn't come up, Character dot boss. Nothing here. There it is. There's a few. Right, why did it not come up when we searched everything? Clearly it finds it when I do this. I mean, I guess it's finding like the information of check hashtag, and it cannot do that otherwise. It's kind of, I don't like that. I do not like that. But once we remove those, theoretically, it will tell me a new one, right? If I try to delete it now. Game blueprint, actor components, AC character stats. Okay. That's the next one. It's such a... what a way to check all this, huh? Okay. Got that one. Try again. Character base. What? No, it says no results found. No. Don't do that to me. Search for references. It says it's here, but it's not finding it. There it is. It's right there. There's another one. Why does it not find it on these, but it found it on the others? Okay. One more time, man. It should have nothing now. Character boss. Delete. Ah, there we go. Got him. Gone. Well, it's not a good way of finding all the references, but we got there in the end. How's this? This is done. Okay. So now we should be able to bring them all in. Taunt. Oh god, this is gonna take a while too. Oh no, but it's... Oh yeah, it's gonna take a while because there's a lot of frames. I hope the musical ones aren't as big as this. I mean, this is like the one that's will play when he's on top of the stack. Stack of something. I don't remember what we had it. Did we ever specify what is a stack of? Pillars of drums. That's what it is. We just make pillars of drums. Remember those pillars of something? I don't remember what. We're doing drums. So that's what the thing he can play when he's on top of that. It's very long. Assuming there's no other ones that are also very long. Otherwise, it could be done for like one of the other abilities. Like I got use cases for it, so I know it's fine. Pop. Don't mind me, I'm being weird. Being weird. You can do it. It can do it. Huh, the neural map is a bigger file? I guess it's just the color, right? I mean, it has to be just the color difference. Because I think there's just some, I think just higher value colors, I'm guessing. That's the only difference only reason why I can think of that would make the normal map have 17 megabytes versus 15, basically. Because this has some black, this has pretty much all blue. Even though, technically speaking, the outline, this has outline as well. This doesn't have an outline. So I guess just because it has lower values overall here on this one, it's still less despite technically being more pixels that are filled in. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, we're about like, I was gonna say we're about 75% of the way through, but there's literally a percentage sign. I don't have to guess. It tells me. Yeah, 80%. This actually is relatively linear. I'm surprised at how like relatively linear this entire percentage board is. Usually they're never that, consistent. But I guess in this case, importing the two textures doesn't take a long time. It's creating all the frames, in which case it makes sense. I wish you could specify the pivot point of the default sprites, but last I checked you couldn't. There's probably a way like to do it, like if you edit some file or random thing, but I didn't see in the project settings, because that would have been convenient. It's in the normal map, having it automatically be set up would be convenient. There it is. Okay. Create flip books, textures, normal. You gotta love it that when something takes so long to import, then immediately after you just get the autosave. Thanks. Which will then try saving all of those things. So helpful. Oh boy. Okay, 1072 frames. Bottom center, please. Hey, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. I'm now waiting for 1072 frames to change their pivot. Doing fine, glad to hear it. Fine means not bad, which inherently is good. Although depending on what culture you're in, saying you're doing good also doesn't necessarily mean you're doing good, but we're not going to go that far. You need to make progress on your games, but you're in a creative block. Have you tried doing something not creative for a little while and then going back to the creative parts when you don't have a block anymore? What about that? Do the not creative stuff for a bit. If you can't do the creative stuff, you do non-creative most of the day. Well, right now you have a creative block anyway, so might as well do some more. And as you're doing, you just think about the creative stuff. Just keep it in the back of your mind. I was like, oh yeah, and like think about like, oh, what can I do? And then it'll come to you at one point, and be like, oh, got it. And then you go back, and you do more of the creative stuff. Yes. You have that PCG maze thing working? Nice. By PCG maze thing, do you mean the one from my tutorial? Or a different one? It's still going. Mine? Okay. You want to use Resident Evil style cameras. Interesting. Have like a maze that you run through. Sounds interesting. Looter style? Wait. What do you mean looter style? Hey Thomas, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Oh, like Repo or got it. I've never played any of those games. They seem fun. But they require friends. And so I've never played any of those games. Yeah, look at that. Look at that little taunt. Little dance around. Get to see all sides of him. And a little bit of the top of the drum. Oh, that worked out great. You want a single player version? Single player version. I don't know. Isn't the charm of those games the multiplayer? I mean, are there single player versions of those kinds of games? Is that a thing? Little sleep, still awake though? Working on your tutorial? Get some sleep instead. I mean, I get it. Like, once you're up, it's kind of hard to go back to sleep sometimes. Not yet. It's definitely an interesting premise. I don't know how well it'll work single player. So are you thinking that Resident Evil vibe? Got it. Yeah, combining it with some other things could work. Absolutely could work. We got him in though. We got the animation in. Hallelujah. Okay. So you're up now. Gotta get tired again. Figure you'd be productive. Okay, well then you're not that, tired enough to then go to sleep.
Pausing for ads.
Which is fine. Press the button. I didn't mean to. Sorry. I'm back. I was trying to click on something else and I misclicked. I clicked inside OBS. Hold on, I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna pause the music so it doesn't play for a second, just so I can show this. So I didn't want it to go away. This is the cover art, I guess, for this song for whatever reason. How to make dance music? I was trying to make this wider to see if no. Oh, there's no cover art, so I don't know what this is because the cover art will go here. So first get proper software and equipment, install everything and post a picture saying new shit soon. Realize you don't know how to use anything. Try creating some ideas and fail. Nope, turn it. Get back. Where'd it go? Get depressed and ask yourself, what's the meaning of life? Blame the government and tell your friends that you don't have talent. What is this? The cover art is this. It's supposed to be going in this square. I would never have this up, but I just clicked on it because I was trying to click. It was next to another thing I was trying to click on, and it came up to the front, and I just saw this, and I was like, what? Cover art is here. I don't know what this is cycling. I guess maybe it's just music be regular backgrounds or something. I don't know. I just get back here. You're working on the bonus stuff, so you were still online? Yeah. For just a little bit longer. Interesting. It's the thing. It's not cover art. Right? I don't know what it is because it's not cover art. Look, it says no cover art right here. So I assume this square is where the cover art would go. So what is all of the rest of this? I don't know. I guess I shouldn't question it. Just shouldn't question it and then be fine. Let's take a look at... Oh, let me swap you back to Eevee. Back here. Save. Imagine this was with freestyle. This render would take forever. I'm so glad we disabled it. I want to see. Because the only thing we have left at this point is the music ones. We have only 6 animations for music. Not the taunt can work for some stuff too. So technically speaking, there's not as many music animations as it first seemed. 6 is still not a little amount. 6 is still good, but watching the movie Bright on Netflix, just killed a fairy or pixie with a broom. There's many ways to kill a pixie or a fairy. A broom is not one of those things that I would consider as a way of killing them. But maybe it's just because I'm thinking D&D. They typically have a little more health than that. I mean, here's the comparison. You could hit a fly with a broom and the fly will be just fine. And you're telling me that a magical fairy or pixie is less durable than a housefly? I'm just saying. Something doesn't add up. Okay. If we go to the character now, go to weapons, add, so if we did some attacks here, let's do 1, the 3 it has. And then attack B will add the clap. And then we're gonna go with that. He'll do the animations. He won't be able to hit me. He'll do any damage to me yet. Well, we can see the animations. Once he does them, yeah, well, it has to load in. Once it loads in the animations, then he'll be able to do them. Come on. Just do one. Do one fully loaded. It wasn't. Oh, okay. There was one. Yeah. There's a few hits. They don't do any damage yet, but there's a few. Yes. Yes. The drum definitely doesn't fit the style, I will say. But have I seen it? No. No, I haven't watched. I've watched one movie in the past few years. I couldn't even tell you the name of the movie, but I mentioned it at one point during the stream, I think. In the last 3 years, I've watched one movie. Possibly more years, but definitely in the last 3, I think I watched only one movie. Well, no, I watched a few more when I went to visit my family, because my dad likes to watch movies. He just has movies on, so I watched some movies there. But like out of my own, like I want to watch a movie type things, I've only watched one. So yeah, I might work in the film industry, but I don't watch movies. I know, crazy. but you know, it pays well and I'm good at it. So here I am. So I guess tomorrow we're gonna be going full AI. We need to set up the AI stuff and figure out what animations we have and what animation. And we need to do some of the AI stuff. Let's take a look. We have a lot of abilities that require the animations that we're going to need, right? Some stuff we can start setting up already, like this attack. I can just do on a dummy and start working on it. So there's a bunch of stuff I can start working before doing more animations. I will need to get some drum, like a drum mesh, because I don't want to use the same drum that he's using, like in front of him. So this to be if the ancient elves and orcs and other magical creatures never disappeared to time and were still around in today's world, how would it be? You see that like they existed in ancient times. I mean, yes, of course, they definitely existed in ancient times. Absolutely. D&D was based on our own realistic world in the past. Uh-huh. Yup. We can do the basic attacks, the jump up and slam down AoE. The shockwave projectile, we need to get the effects in. So and we can do faster movement. There's a few things we can do without more animation, so that's good. But that's gonna do it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad to be done with the animations for a little bit. So probably for the rest of the week, there's probably not going to be any more animations. It's now going to be actually creating the abilities and setting up all of the AI stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, nice breather from that. So, yep. That's how it's going to be, I say. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Get some rest, get some sleep. Or don't, I'm not your mother. As far as you know. Have a good night, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.